sweet justice. Taking a stand against animal abuse one evening, while on a walk with my dog, we stumbled upon a small dog standing in the middle of the street, shaking. Its fur was matted and riddled with mange, fleas, and one eye was swollen and sealed shut with mucus. The dog's nails were so long that it was walking on the backs of its paws. It was malnourished and quivering. I was in shock. I called my wife to bring me a blanket and come pick us up. While I waited, the door of the house in front of us opened, and a disheveled-looking older man stepped outside. He began calling for the dog to come back inside. I lost it, screaming at him to find out if it was his dog. He confirmed it was. When I asked why it was in such terrible shape, he said she's sick and won't eat. I yelled back that there was no way I would let him take her inside. Our shouting match attracted a few neighbors. They later informed me that he had another dog in the house. Eventually, my wife arrived and I wrapped the dog in the blanket before we went home. I looked up our local no-kill shelter, but they were closed until the following day. My wife and I decided to name her Sally. I gave Sally a bath and bought some wet food as she wouldn't eat dry kibble. To my relief, she devoured it. I set up a cozy sleeping area for her in the garage where she could spend the night. First thing in the morning, I took Sally to the shelter and called animal control to report what had happened. They checked her out, took a statement from me, and ultimately confiscated his other dog. Unfortunately, Sally was put down due to her terrible condition and her old age. Here's where the revenge begins. That old man's house was on the route I took to walk my dog twice a day. My dog liked to relieve herself about 2 houses before we reached his, which was perfect. I started tossing the bags of dog waste onto his roof twice a day. At first, he would climb a ladder about once a week to remove them, but over time, I broke his will to keep doing that. This continued for about a year before I moved, and by then, his roof was covered in bags of dog waste. Additionally, I printed flyers featuring his address and the pictures of how I found Sally, distributing them to all the neighbors' mailboxes. Now, I live across town, but every couple of months, I ride by and toss a bag of dog waste on his roof as a reminder that I'm still thinking about Sally.